maybe somebody introduce me or introduce myself. You got it?
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna just start the second session regarding digital. I think the smart factory session. So I'm very honored to introduce Mr. Cha Sop-kun. He is really the leader of the smart factory thing. So I think he can. Could you turn off the music? Yeah. So nice, but we have to focus on his the presentation, and I hope that it's a small group. So if you have any question, you can give them the question, answer the question, the kind of interactive session that we want. Okay, so
Thank you.
yeah.
Dr. Chen. My name is Sop-kun Cha, is a full name, but you better recognize that my name is SK. SK is a very simple name. So future you're gonna talk to me just SK. Okay? Cha is my name. Already professor who produced the presentation, he mentioned about his name and his family. I like a little bit about introduce my background. Cha is car, is meaning of car. Do you know car? Vehicle. Its meaning is car. So I'm previously deeply involved in automotive industry, like Hyundai and Kia. That is my background of smart factory system. I would like to introduce the best shortly, even below before 20 minutes. And if you interested in things, then please don't hesitate. Ask me anything about the manufacturing area. Because of I have a background in more than 45 years of manufacturing. When I was involved in Hyundai Motor, they are very small company. Like 40 years ago, Hyundai Motor is a very small company. They tried to selling their car to the Peru, and they have a big trouble because of they don't have a manual for Chile people. Chile has their own language, so they don't have a manual. So I helped to them. At the time, I remember they selling 20 cars, 20 cars to Chile. So, but they have a very big trouble at the time of translation of manual. Anyway, I'm going to start about digital transformation of manufacturing in Korea. First of all, I would like to I'm a marathoner. In the morning, I already hiked my mountain area. It's very close to here. My home is very close to here. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I already hike the mountain and back to my home is 6 a.m. And then I'm here in before 8 a.m. Not take a walk is I driving here. So I'm very enjoy the running, and I have already mentioned about I have a very deeply involved in manufacturing in Korea. I'm currently working for ISO, International Standard Organization for standardization. Also interesting is I have more than 40 Korean government R&D project, and including overseas project. Eureka is EU and Korea, and the FT7 is also Korea-Israel international project. Is I have a record of first record in Korea. So if you need R&D project between Korea and your country, then maybe I can help you. Interesting. I have a list of most of people who came from steel manufacturer. So I remember what I was involved in a project. I have been a postcard since last 30 years. Still, I'm working on postcard. Here is I starting paper for postcard. Postcard is who is world competitivity, productivity manufacturer in Korea. I think you don't have any opportunity to visiting that company, but please take a look at my paper. Then you can access who is them and what is competitor of their tools, real tools, and how the transformation, data transformation, digital transformation for that. I already mentioned, he mentioned, professor already mentioned about previous speaking. He talking about the Six Sigma and TPC and lean manufacturing. This we said solve and visible area we can cover it. But we have to, or AI and application need is in a hidden area. Probably your understanding about how to apply to this area, then you will get most productivity area. Then how to it works. This is a very very interesting concept of integration of manufacturing system. Most of people conventional, even POSCO in here, and Samsung has a situation in silo application. But good thing was you can think about the horizontal integration is very important paradigm shift for digital transformation. So how it works? We call the identify and capturing and sharing and use. It's the same concept of the professor mentioned that. It's the same concept. We are called data evolution. Data is very important, even dynamic data. This is I made an Korean organization made standardization for how to collect of data. As a matter of fact, manufacturing area has consist of POM2 we call that is machine and man, machine, material, method, and energy and environment. Data is basic raw data in a manufacturing area. Even this data also required in a smart city and smart farm and every area. So I made a standardization on that. So I believe it's year 16, I think. 16 we published it in Korea. So I think we're gonna updating every industry made standardization for how to collect data and how to control the data. That's my mission. Maybe young generation people, like Dr. Che or young generation people made more detail on that. That's Korean. We have a mission on that. This is I don't want to talking about the more detail about that, but interesting is this is concept came from KPMG, who is a global consulting company. They made very interesting structure of 5C, like from connection, control, conversion, and cognition and configuration. Configuration is very, very interesting area. I'm focused on working on that. Autonomous is required final destination of our smart factory area. This is a very interesting diagram or picture about the artificial intelligence. I believe you have an opportunity to come to COEX, who is exhibition area. You'll see the many vendor, AI vendor in Korea. Maybe you'll find the right solution and how to collaborate.